jokes told, book recommendation shares, and admittedly, just a few arguments about the created vision of the documentary, our first time meeting felt almost like running into an old friend. I mean this not to diminish Muti's release, but instead to emphasize the fact that Muti's indomitable spirit, radical activism, and immense knowledge are attributes that I've an impossible time imagining were kept from this world for 42 years. Despite the success of our case, the work is ongoing. Muti's case embodies the horrific effects of wrongful conviction and the carceral system more broadly. In particular, its disproportionate effects on Black men, as well as the family members and friends of those incarcerated. Princeton must continue to use its immense resources to affect the lives of those beyond its ivory towers, and I'm hopeful that Muti is the first of many releases that Princeton plays a role in. I've never been more proud to be a Princeton student than when standing at the gates of Frackville State Correctional Institute, watching Muti reconnect with his amazing sister, family, and friends after 42 years. I know there have been many thank yous tonight, but I want to thank you, Muti, for your friendship, your guidance, and your continued belief in what young people and the right institutions can do. And now I'm going to pass it over to you to say a few words.
No.
Just to see it.
Actually, she could have did that without the paper. I know her. But she wanted to be all formal and whatnot, which is cool. But before I even say anything, I want to say this one thing. It just hit me while she was speaking. And this is something I could have never seen, never imagined. 42 years of torture, 42 years of suffering, 42 years of hell on top of hell. The first day that I was out, I didn't plan. I had a vision of how I wanted the first day to go, and it didn't go anything like I planned. But the first day was so perfect that the second day was actually the first day of my rebirth, because the first day erased 42 years of suffering. And I could have never imagined that in my, if somebody would have told me that about their circumstances, knowing how hard I grind, because I vindicated the rights of thousands of prisoners while I was in prison. I had to master the law. But if somebody would have told me that, I would have called them a liar, and I would have said all kinds of ugly things about them. So it happened to me, so I know it really happened. So I know it's real. But that's just incredible how things just came together. But like I was telling them when they came aboard, first Georgetown, then Princeton, I was telling them that your name, I said, y'all can be slouches, y'all can be hacks. I said, none of that really matters, because the way that the system, the way that the court system operates, y'all have a name. So therefore, y'all somebody, and y'all defending a nobody or a bunch of nobodies. And because you are somebody or have a name that is considered somebody, it's going to draw attention, and all the things that they were supposed to do a long time ago, they're going to do now. Not because they want to or because it's the right thing to do, but because somebody with a name, i.e. Georgetown Law School, big up to Hoya Paranoia, and Princeton University, big up to the Tigers, Tiger Town on set. But because y'all have the name, that's why they're going to change their whole posture. And I told this to the team. This is sort of some inside stuff. Because after everything happened, and I went to parole hearing, and I knew that I was going to be paroled, and Clara asked me, or actually Red Top Tweezy, that's her name, she asked me, how did it go? And I was like, yeah, they're going to parole me. And she was like, well, you don't seem to be happy. I said, no. I said, because the program, the interview that I got, it was fake. like they were actually apologizing to me for putting me in prison. Not because of nothing profound I said, because I had Princeton and Georgetown on my team. That's the only reason. And I was mad because I know nobody coming behind me, unless they had Georgetown and Princeton on their team, was going to get the treatment that I just got. This dude, he was the chairman of the parole board. He spent the whole time apologizing to me because of Georgetown and Princeton. And I knew it was no other reason than Georgetown and Princeton. That's it. Because who they are and what they represent, they are somebody in the scheme of the American jurisprudence. And because they are somebody, now what they were supposed to do for this nobody, they actually did it. And so I'm saying that, because she's giving me the pull sign, I'm just saying, you know, to be real brief, if you thinking about getting involved in the program, do so. Bring your energy. Need fresh blood. We need fire, spirit. And you thinking about helping the program, dig down deep and pull everything you got out your pocket, because these two entities can help liberate hundreds, even thousands of innocent people all over the country. Because what's going on in the court system is a literal nightmare. And so with these two entities, and they trying to spread it throughout America to other institutions, we can really do some damage in terms of reversing the process of what exists. And so basically, that's it.